Electricity is an amazing force that powers so much of our modern world. It powers our homes, our devices, and our lives, making everyday tasks easier and more convenient. But just like fire, electricity can be dangerous if not controlled properly, leading to serious accidents or even fires. Welcome to another video by Adeptus Academy. Imagine a constant flow of electricity with no way to stop or interrupt it. That's where switches and circuit breakers come in to save the day. They act as gatekeepers, allowing us to safely use and control the flow of electricity whenever we need it. Without them, our world would be a much more dangerous and unpredictable place to live. These small but mighty devices protect us from electrical hazards and prevent costly damage to our appliances and homes. Understanding how switches and circuit breakers work is essential for anyone who uses electricity, which is pretty much everyone in today's world. We interact with switches all the time, often without even realizing just how much they shape our daily routines. From the moment we wake up, switches are there, waiting for us to bring our homes and devices to life with a simple press or flick. They're so seamlessly woven into our lives that we rarely stop to think about the important role they play. Whether it's turning on the lights to brighten a dark room or setting the mood with a dimmer, these small actions are powered by switches. They help us create comfort, safety, and convenience in our living spaces, all with just a touch. Think about your morning routine. Maybe you stumble into the kitchen and flick on the coffee maker, eager for that first cup. That satisfying click is a switch at work, connecting you to the energy that powers your day. It's a tiny moment, but it sets the tone for everything that follows. Or perhaps you sit down at your desk and press the power button on your computer or laptop, ready to start work or catch up with friends. Each of these moments relies on a switch to make things happen. Without switches, our modern routines would come to a standstill. But what exactly is a switch, and why is it so important? At its core, a switch is a simple yet ingenious device that gives us control over the flow of electricity. It's the gatekeeper, deciding when energy can move and when it must stop. This control is what makes our homes and workplaces both functional and safe. In simple terms, a switch is an electrical device that can interrupt the flow of electricity in a circuit. It acts as a bridge that can be opened or closed depending on whether you want power to reach your devices or not. This simple mechanism is the foundation of electrical safety and efficiency. To help visualize this, think of a switch like a faucet for electricity. Just as a faucet controls the flow of water in your home, a switch controls the flow of electrical current. It's a handy analogy that makes the concept easy to grasp. When the faucet is on, water flows freely through the pipes, reaching your sink or shower. The same principle applies to electricity. When the switch is on, electrical current flows through the wires to power your devices. This flow is what brings our technology and appliances to life. And when you turn the faucet off, the water stops instantly. Similarly, flipping a switch to the off position immediately halts the flow of electricity, keeping you and your devices safe. This instant control is crucial for preventing accidents and conserving energy. In electrical terms, when a switch is closed, it completes the circuit, allowing electricity to flow. This is called a closed circuit, and it's what makes your lights glow, your coffee brew, and your computer hum to life. Every time you flip a switch, you're completing a circuit and making something happen. But when the switch is open, the circuit is broken, and the flow of electricity stops. This is known as an open circuit. It's a simple concept, but it's the foundation of how we safely and conveniently control the power in our lives. Next time you flip a switch, take a moment to appreciate this everyday hero that quietly powers your world. The magic behind every switch starts with a simple idea: open and closed circuits. When you flip a switch, you're either completing or breaking a pathway for electricity to flow. Think of a circuit as a racetrack. When the track is complete, a closed circuit, electricity races around, powering things like light bulbs or fans. Flip the switch on, and you close the circuit. Electricity flows, and your device comes to life. Turn the switch off, and you open the circuit, like breaking the racetrack. The flow stops, and your device powers down. This simple on-off action is the principle behind all switches, giving us safe, easy control over electricity every day. Switches are everywhere in our daily lives, coming in a remarkable variety of shapes and designs. Each type is engineered for a specific function, making them essential in everything from household gadgets to industrial machinery. Whether you're turning on a lamp or operating heavy equipment, there's a switch designed for that purpose. One of the most familiar types is the toggle switch, found on walls, power strips, and even in cars. Its simple lever design makes it easy to use and reliable, providing a satisfying click with every flip. Push-button switches are everywhere too, on doorbells, calculators, and appliances. Press to activate and sometimes press again to turn off. Their compact design makes them perfect for modern electronics and handheld devices. Rotary switches use a knob to select settings, perfect for fans, ovens, or dimmers, offering precise control. They allow users to choose from multiple options with a simple twist. In advanced systems, proximity switches detect objects without touch, vital for automation and safety. These are commonly used in factories and robotics. No matter the type, every switch controls the flow of electricity by opening or closing a circuit, making technology accessible, safe, and easy to use for everyone every day. While switches give us control over the flow of electricity, circuit breakers act as safety devices, protecting our electrical systems from overloads and short circuits. Imagine what would happen if a sudden surge of electricity flowed through your wiring. It could damage your appliances or even start a fire. That's where circuit breakers come in. They constantly monitor the electrical current flowing through a circuit. If the current exceeds a safe level, the circuit breaker automatically trips or shuts off the electricity flow, preventing potential hazards. Circuit breakers work based on a simple yet ingenious principle. Inside each breaker is a bimetallic strip or an electromagnet that responds to changes in electrical current. When the current flowing through the circuit exceeds a predetermined limit, the bimetallic strip heats up and bends, or the electromagnet becomes strong enough to trigger a spring mechanism. This mechanism breaks the circuit, interrupting the flow of electricity and preventing damage. Once the problem is identified and fixed, you can easily reset the circuit breaker by flipping the switch back to its on position. Fuses are another type of overcurrent protection device, often found in older homes or specific applications. Like circuit breakers, fuses protect circuits from excessive current. However, there's a key difference. A fuse contains a thin wire that melts and breaks the circuit when it overheats due to excessive current. Once a fuse blows, it needs to be replaced with a new one. Circuit breakers, on the other hand, can be reset multiple times. This makes them more convenient and cost-effective in the long run. While fuses are still used in some cases, circuit breakers are now the standard for electrical safety in most modern settings. Let's look at some real-life examples to understand how switches and circuit breakers protect us daily. When you turn on a lamp using a switch, you're closing the circuit, allowing electricity to flow to the light bulb. When you turn the switch off, you open the circuit, cutting off the electricity flow. Similarly, when you plug in a toaster, the circuit breaker in your electrical panel monitors the current flowing to the appliance. If the toaster malfunctions and draws too much current, the circuit breaker trips, preventing a potential fire hazard. Switches and circuit breakers are essential components of our electrical systems, providing us with control and safety. They protect our homes, our appliances, and most importantly, ourselves from the dangers of uncontrolled electricity. Understanding how these devices work empowers us to use electricity safely and responsibly. By respecting the power of electricity and utilizing these protective devices, we can enjoy the countless benefits of this remarkable force while minimizing the risks.